Hi, this is Maureen, and I am going to get started with my May bullet journal. So thank you for joining me, and we are going to jump right into this. So for the May bullet journal, I am using my Dragonfly Garden stamp set from Stampin' Up. I am a Stampin' Up demonstrator, and this is one of the stamps that we sell. Along with the Stampin' Up Dragonfly Garden stamp set, I'm going to be using some Memento ink. I'm going to be using some of our ink pads. We have Daffodil Delight, Parakeet Party, which is a new in color, and then Just Jade, which is leaving as an in color. Along with that, I'm going to use some brushes. Now, Stampin' Up does sell brushes that look like this. I'm not going to use this one because it's too big. So I am actually going to use some other brushes that I got off of Amazon because I need a smaller size. So I'm going to use these, and I think that's it. I'm going to jump right on in there. I am going to use some Micron markers as well. I forgot about that. And I'm going to write out May using this Pilot marker. Yeah. So these are the things I'll be using. So here we go. First thing I'm going to do is stamp my dragonfly and create an outline. And then we'll be moving on with more. And one going that way. Awesome. Okay, now while those dry, I am going to trace an outline around it. I'm going to use my 0.5 micron marker. And I'm going to make it more interesting, so I'm going to double up my line. Okay, so now I have my outline there, and I'm going to write May in the center or side. Yes, to make May fit in there. And I want to make sure that I don't get ink on my hand and that I don't smear it. I'm actually not happy with this one. Okay, now I'm going to use this wing stamp, and I am going to stamp the wings of the dragonfly using Daffodil Delight. I'm going to use a lot of colors here, but I'm going to start off with Daffodil Delight. Ink this up, and the wings only go one way. I just have to turn my stamp to make it go the other way. So try to line that up. And if it's off a little bit, it's okay. It's designed to not be exact. Okay, now I'm going to add more color to that. Actually, I'm going to go to Parakeet Party. And with the Parakeet Party, I am going to use this one here. I'm going to mark off just a little bit so it's not too dark. I'm going to go about the middle here of the dragonfly. Next, I am going to get my Just Jade. And with the Just Jade, I have a couple of things to do. I'm going to color or ink. Where is this coloring? Color in the body of the dragonfly. that. All right, there you go. Okay, so I want to add some yellow in here. I'm going to use the Daffodil Delight. Actually, I'm going to use my Stampin' Up! One because I used that for that. So I'm going to use my Stampin' Up! One actually. And I want to color in here. So hopefully it comes out right. So what I'm going to do is put my paper here to do like a masking. And get ready to do it from the other side. I'm going to do it from this side. And this side. There we go. I'm going to add a quote. I'm going to stamp it in the memento. This is also from that stamp set. Make good things grow all year long. And that is my May. I just finished the cover page and now I'm going to work on the calendar. For the calendar, I am going to be using my Stampin' Up! Marker. This is the Parakeet Party, which is a new in color. I'm also going to be using my alphabet stamp. So I'm going to stamp the letter of the day of the week at the top. And I'm going to use the same stamp set. So let's get started. So I am starting my box. Let's see, my book is 1/3. So if I think about the book being into 3 parts, I'm going to start one line above my first third of the book. So I'm going up one line, and I'm actually going to highlight that whole section with my marker and just go straight across like that. I'm going to do it on the other side as well, all the way to there. And I'm going to do it again. So what I'm doing now is I'm moving down by boxes. So not that box, not that row of boxes, not that row, not that row, the next one. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The next one will be 5 down. Going straight across. And I'm stopping 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I'm stopping 8 away from the edge, which is also the 1/3 mark for the side of the book. Okay, and I'm going to do it again. And then just 3 days down here. All right, stamp this, it's here. So I'm going to stamp that right there with my Memento ink. Using my Memento ink. Actually, I'm going to turn this over and ink it up this way. Like this. I usually rub it on there first, and then I dab it like that to make sure it's nice and inked. And then I'm going to stamp the side of my book. I'm going to do it towards the bottom. Since, yeah, I do it down here. There we go. So it looks like that. And next I'm going to stamp my dragonflies. So I'm going to stamp one over here. Like that. And I'm actually going to stamp some butterflies on the other side. Over here. And there. And just for some symmetry, I'm going to put another dragonfly down here. And I might make him hang off the page a little bit. He didn't hang off, but there he is. So I'm going to number it. I'm going to use the Micron 303. And so, one. And what I'm doing is I'm counting over by boxes again. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then on the 6th box I'm writing the number. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and the 6th box I'm writing the number. I'm going to keep doing that. There we go. Okay, that's for May. I'm going to stamp the days of the week. There are my days of the week. I'm going to stamp the wings for the dragonflies. There we go. To put some green in the wings. With Parakeet Party. Okay. Now I'm going to use Just Jade. Oh, I need to do the body. Using my Mellow Mambo. I think I'm just going to put some yellow up there and make the butterflies mix in. Okay, let's get started with our one line a day page. I'm actually going to use my new Mangata flexible medium pen. It's a Kuretake pen. It has a medium nib and it's also a zig pen. And I'm going to write gratitude log at the top. I'm going to stamp one line a day. While I have that open, I'm going to stamp a dragonfly. that. And I'm also going to stamp the flowers coming down the page there. And I'm going to number down the page. So I'm starting my 1. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 spaces down. There we go. And now to add some color to the page, I am going to stamp those wings with my Daffodil Delight. I know it's daring to sit that on my book, but I do sit it on there. Awesome. This is it's usually a currently page, but I'm going to make it a simple things page. I'm going to try that out today. Get my wings going. I'm going to move on to my parakeet party. There we go. All right, I'm going to go for my Just Jade. And with the Just Jade, I'm going to use this one. Okay, looking good. I really like my dragonfly. And for this one, I think I pulled in this color before, which is the Melon Mambo. Okay, there we go. I'm going to make my lines for the gratitude log with this color. There we go. And I can put my days of the week down the side. I know Sunday is the 1st, but I don't want to cover up my dragonfly, so that's why I'm not putting it there. It'll be fine right there where it is. And over here, this is going to be a simple things side. And I'm going to write out simple things. I'm going to use my zig marker, the 0.5 side, to make these lines. And I'm sort of just kind of guessing how they go. I don't have a very measured way. Just tried to line them up as best I could. That one looks a little longer, so I'm just going to make that one a little longer. Put this one here. And this one here. And I'm going to write 5 simple things that I want to do this month. Okay. So I'm going to write in here things that I want to do. So one thing is going to be to eat lunch outside. While listening to an audiobook. It's one thing I want to do. I'm going to add other things. I'm not sure what they are yet, but I'm going to add other things to this list. Okay, the last thing I'm going to do is add a little bit of color because I really like the way it looks with that color around it. I'm just going to do it at the top. I'll do a little bit more over here. And I'll bring it over here. I'll do the same thing. Start off the page and try to bring it in. I think that might make it a little bit more smooth. It doesn't seem to be working really well. I'm going to leave it like that, just at the top. Okay, now we are going to start our dashboard. So for the dashboard, I'm actually going to use it's a new color, Parakeet Party. I really like how bright this is. So I'm going to write dashboard across the top. And then I'm going to come back to that in a little bit and trace around it. But for right now, I am going to draw lines for my different sections. So for my dashboard, this is where I am sort of mapping out the month and things that I need to do for the month. So I'm going to make two bigger boxes, well, two. So one here and one here. And then I'm going to make two smaller ones here. So for the top ones, I'm going to find the halfway mark. And I'm actually going to start, let's see, if I count down 1, 2, 3, 4, starting from the fourth dot, I'm going to come all the way down to the middle of the book. So I'm going to actually turn this way and go from here up and stop 4 from the top. And then I'm coming over to the middle of the book. So this is the middle of the book. I'm actually going to hop over 1 to the right and draw my line there. So I'm going to keep a space in the middle. And then on this side, go straight up. And stop there. Then I'm going to do the same thing on this side. So since this is the middle dot, I'm going to go over 1. And this is going to be where I'm coming to from the edge. I'm going to turn my book this way so I can see it better. And then for my smaller boxes, so this is, let's see, so this is 1/3 of my book here, from the bottom to 1/3 of it, and I'm going to go up 1, 2, 3 dots. So, and I'm coming down and stopping 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 dots from the bottom. And then I'm going to meet up with the same line as this other box. And then this way. Okay, so now I have 4 boxes. And my first box, I'm going to write stamping. This is where I am going to keep track of all the things that I need to do with my stamping business, or just stamping for fun, making cards for friends and family. And this is for my home section, things I need to do around the house or just responsibilities for home with family. And then down here, shopping. I'm going to come up here. Not groceries, but just other things that I need around the house. And contacts. So I'm trying to make connections with friends, and this helps me to stay on top of that. And that is that. Now the bottom part here, I want to put my mood tracker in here. I'm going to use this, and it just helps you to see the shape of the calendar for the particular month. So we are moving to May, so I'm going to put a May calendar down here at the bottom. I'm actually going to make sure I have it lined up with the dots. And trace it with a pencil. And then I'm going to grab the same micron marker, trace the outline. And then, so for my mood, it's how I'm feeling, of course. So I'm going to make this to be my excited face. I'm going to make this my okay face. This will be my, I'm sorry, that was my happy face. So this is my excited, my happy, this is okay. And coming in with pink for angry or upset or tired or all the feelings that I don't smile from. That's what that will be. So I'm going to put faces in there in a moment. But before I do that, I want to come back up to my dashboard and grab my Zig marker, and I'm going to just trace around the letters. Okay, and that's for my dashboard. And I'm going to bring in my Daffodil Delight marker and just put a line through. Like that. And I want to add a dragonfly, of course. I think I actually can put my my facial expressions in here. So this is my excited. This is my happy. This is my okay. This is my blah. And now I'm going to put a dragonfly flying in from the bottom. Let's not put that there. And I'm going to have him right there. That's pretty good. I also want to put some butterflies in here at the bottom. Just make sure it's flat enough. Okay, so they are there. I'm going to put some at the top too. All right. So that is my dashboard. Something else I like to add to my dashboard is like a little drop shadow. I'll put that here. Putting it on the right side of everything. And then the bottom of everything. And sometimes people put a drop shadow with their words. I think I'm going to do that. There we go. And now to add some color to my dragonfly. There we go. I'm going to move on over to this side of my dashboard. And I'm going to make this my currently page that I used to do. Or not used to do, but I did last month. So my currently page for April looks like this. So like currently enjoying, watching, reading, learning, and thinking. So I didn't have anything for learning. I mean, I am learning things like with my STEM. So I'm learning a lot of STEM activities. I'm going to write that in there. But I'm not going to add that over here this time. So what I am going to add are the remaining ones. So you'll see what that looks like. So I'm first going to stamp the word currently. with my stamps. So currently, and then I am currently, I'm going to use my 05, watching, reading, enjoying, thinking. Actually, I'm going to add a dragonfly up there. I've done that earlier. He's going to be there. And at the bottom, I want to put in some more calendars. I need one for cooking and walking. So I'm going to try and line that up like I did the other one. Okay. And I'm going to trace them with the same marker. I used to track more habits, but then I just started tracking less. So I am looking at my frequency with cooking and walking. I'm going to add some more soon. Maybe next month I'll put some other things up there. There we go. Nice, nice, nice. And next what I want to do is put some yellow at the top. Okay. Just like the look of adding this yellow. I think it does add to the page. Okay. Put a little bit of drop shadow over here. I think they're going to be this color. Add some pink. I think I'm going to stamp this coming off the edge of the page there. All right, let's see how this goes. There it is. That's nice. Okay, that is it for my dashboard. Hope you like it. Okay, now it's time to get our first weekly set up. I'm going to start off by stamping some dragonflies. Okay, so the way I have it set up is I'm going to have my tasks over here. So tasks on the side, and these are the events of the week. So if I have a meeting, that'll go in the events, and then things that don't have a day specific to them, they'll come here. So let's get started with that. Actually, this is tasks. I'm going to stamp that there. I like the look of these stamps. I really like it. And next, I'm going to stamp events. Okay, so that's the events and the tasks with my zig pen. I'm going to put a banner around it. And I really just kind of measured out how much space I needed to get a dragonfly in there before creating this. So I started my tasks. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. About the 11th dot down from the top. I'm going to color this in later, but for right now I'm going to get ready to trace my blocks here for my events. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7th dot down from the top, and it goes all the way to the bottom, the very last row of dots. And then for each section, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So there's 5 rows in there, but if I count it down, dots. So not counting that row, but the next one, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 5 down. I'm just going to make lines over. So I like my days starting on Monday. So this would make this a 2, 6, and then this is the weekend, 7 and 8. I'm going to do the same thing over here, but I'm going to put my numbers on the outside. Well, I forgot to not do that. Oh, well. Well, I guess I could put a little thing there. Like that. And this is 9. And 15. Sort of color a circle around it like that. There we go. Not bad. So for my let's see, I'm going to do my dragonflies. Let's get some color on them. Color the tasks in. Actually, just going to use my gray. Okay, it says tasks, and I'm actually going to make my lines with the gray. There we go. I like it. I like it a lot. Okay, let's get some more on our dragonfly here. Should probably put the days of the week in there. There is my weekly. Actually, it's 2 weeks. I'm going to do the same thing here to give me 2 more weeks, and that will be the month. Actually, how many do I need for May? So 1, 2. So yeah, this is 1, this is 2, and I'll do 3, and then part of 4. Yeah, that is that. So I think I want to put some yellow at the top after I put some dates up here. 2nd through the 8th. And then I'm going to write May again over here. We're going to get our yellow. I think that is my last page. So it starts here. Let's do a flip through. The calendar. And 1 line a day. The dashboard. And my weekly.